Hey, great day. My name is Dr. TK, and today we will be talking about how you can create an abundant night routine, subtitle Mom and Wife Evenings. And so, first things first, if you have not had a chance to review the morning routine, I would highly encourage you to check that video out right after this video, and we'll make sure to link it down below. And also, as a disclaimer, I have created what's considered a hard stop time. So even though, if you follow me on Instagram or whatnot, you may see me sneaking down to my mom cave and doing certain things for my personal life and or for business, because I do run two companies for mental health and for a coaching business to help other people open up their businesses and thrive. Sometimes in certain seasons, things may come up. Well, it will require me to work a little later, which means that due to travel, or if I'm launching a digital product program, or I'm hosting an event, my schedule may deviate from my regular norm. Okay. So my evenings actually start around 4 o'clock. Okay. And it doesn't mean that I wind down and go to sleep at 6. Okay. So at 4 o'clock, this is where all the kids are outside. My son typically, if it's good weather, he will ask to go outside. When my husband is home, we will flip flop in taking him outside because I cook, and I will either take him outside, and or depending on what else is going on outside, we will keep him inside to play with his toys. He's 5 years old. Our 13-year-old is typically doing homework, playing with his video games, or hanging out with his cousin that is also at our house. Okay. So he plays for about an hour or so. And then around 5 or 6 o'clock, it really just depends on what I'm cooking, is I will start to cook dinner. So sometimes I'll take my son outside because I may say, you know what, I want to get my steps, or I just want to take him outside. Then I will text my husband if he doesn't come out automatically, because sometimes he just comes out to hang out with us, and we just walk around the playground and get both of our steps in, or we talk to the other parents or the neighbors. We will do a swap where then I will go in the house and I will start prepping the food. So around 5 and 6 o'clock, I start to cook dinner. Around 7 o'clock, we eat dinner, if not before, because me and my husband have agreed that because my son, when he was younger, he is a very late owl. And I think that he gets that from his dad, that we have to start winding him down early because he's too amped up. I mean, he amped up, he a 5 year old. So around 7:30, our desire is to put him in the bath or the shower. We're trying to teach him how to do both, because sometimes, for example, if we go out of town, we learned the hard way that going to a place like New York, every resort or hotel does not have a bathtub. Sometimes, if it's a lot of people in one space or in one room, or we need to go somewhere, we may not have time to sit in the bath for 30 to 40 minutes to play. So we started to teach him how to take a shower at 5, and we do it every once in a while throughout the week, depending on also what he wants to do with his evening. If he wants to watch cartoons, on TV after he eats dinner, or play with toys a little while longer, we'll say, well, if you stay in the bathtub for 30 to 45 minutes, that means that your playtime will be cut short, or your cartoon time, Paw Patrol, will be cut short. So he's wise enough to understand that. So he'll say, no, I want to take a shower. So we'll do that around 7:30. And me and my husband, starting back in 2020, when he was 1.5, turning 2, we started to flip flop, because back then I started to recognize, and I spoke up after I was burnt out, that I felt tired, because it's not that my husband he didn't have a desire to help, but my son is what we would coin as a mama's boy, in terms of like wanting me to do everything. And when dad wants to step in, he's like, no, mommy. And I had to create enough boundaries to say, no, let dad do it. Mommy's cooking, or, mommy's resting. And he knows what that means now at 5. But when he was younger, clearly he does not understand that. So what me and my husband started doing is looking at my schedule. And sometimes when I was in what's considered sprint season for my business, meaning we're opening up enrollment for a program, or I'm building something out that's taking a lot of mental energy. So pay attention to your energy. I started letting him know, hey, on these days, I cannot give him a bath. Because if you think about it, let's just say that was a day where I wanted fresh air. I wanted to go outside. Then I came home and cooked dinner. Then I went upstairs and gave him a shower. Then that might be a late night where I need to hop back on my laptop. That's a lot, granted, whatever I was doing before 4 o'clock even rolled around. So you want to give yourself grace that if you have a partner or help, or maybe you want to look into getting help, sometimes we wear the cape as women because maybe that's what we've been taught and what we've been conditioned. And it's time to take care of yourself. Okay. So me and my husband pretty much, I'm not gonna say got it down packs, but when I'm tired, even if I agreed that I was gonna take that day and I didn't know what was gonna be, consumed in terms of energy earlier that day, because maybe something came up in business or personal life, or you just feel depleted on some days. I started learning how to speak up and say, "Hey, can you give him a shower?" And sometimes we'll go back to back to back because maybe he's doing something as well. So we give our son a bath around 7:30 and he can hang out until like 8:30. We come upstairs around 8:30. I read him his bedtime story. And then he pretty much within a few minutes, depending on what kind of day he had, he will fall asleep. And before that time, let me back up. We do a family prayer. So that's something that we started doing again back in 2023. But before then, it would be kind of like compartmentalized where me and my son would do a prayer by ourselves. Sometimes it would be all of us, but now we have made it a habit where even my son will say, where is daddy? Where is big brother? Everybody has to pray together. So he slows me down if, for example, we're running into the bedtime and he's like, and I'm like, you right, let's get everybody up here to do the night prayer. So that's always fun. Around between 8 and 9, that's when it's wind down time, bedtime story. And now we're getting into my time. So I call it me time between 9 and 10 o'clock. If you have not watched my morning video, I would highly encourage you to do that because I have early mornings, but it's because I've declared that I'm a morning person and I enjoy mornings. Just like some people enjoy maybe working late at night. You just figure out what best works for you and just flip flop the schedule, right? So 9 to 10 o'clock is for me. So let's just say if my son is wounded up, I'll ask my husband, hey, can you come upstairs? Or I'm gonna send him downstairs for 30 minutes, or I'm gonna send him to his room to watch like TV, Paw Patrol, something like cool where he's not playing with toys, because my me time is actually in a bathroom for like almost an hour. So I will take my long shower. Sometimes I, do the body scrub. Sometimes I'm extra. I go to Bath and Body Works and I get like those essential oil sud things that you put in the corner, the steamers, and it smells so good. And then I usually get the ones that smell like eucalyptus, or they smell like the beach. I can't remember the flavor. It's like a breezy. I'm looking around my office to see if I see it. But I will do that. Of course, as a woman, we got probably 2 to 3 different soaps. I change out my towels. I give myself a facial. I use Fenty products every 2 days. I give myself a scrub. Every day, I cleanse my face 2 to 3 times, depending on if I wore makeup. I do not use the same towel every time I take a shower, just because, ladies, of bacteria. Just think about it. If you're washing your body, you don't want to put the same thing on your face, and then you're washing your body from the top down. So, it's just certain things that I think that women do that take longer, and you want to carve out time for your time. I also have started in this season. Putting on my body in the shower avocado oil. Typically, I would do it like when I got out the shower, but I read on the bottle you can also do it while you're in the shower, like after you finish bathing and washing off, because it does smooth out my skin more. And then, of course, after I get out, I get dressed. I've also been in a season where I want to feel nice in my pajamas. And so I don't mind spending quality dollars to get a pair of pajamas that are going to last me a lifetime or a long time. So, back in the day, I would go to like a Target. Ain't nothing wrong with Target. I love it. I would go to Walmart. I would get these little cute sets that cost $8 to $10. I would go on Fashion Nova to get these little cute or sexy pajamas that cost $12 because they're reasonable, or Shein. But one of the things I realized about a lot of those items, even if you hang them up to dry, they do not last long because they are poor quality. So, I found, some pajamas on Amazon, but I have more skims than anything. During certain seasons, I will wear the two-piece where you have like the long sleeve top and then you have the nice pants. I have like two sets in the exact same color because I mistakenly added two of them to my cart and I wasn't paying attention. And then I have one that's like the mocha brown color. I have the short sets. I have just other things from her line because I really like the quality. And I've had them for over a year. They haven't shrunk. I don't have to hang them up if I don't desire to do so, but I really like to feel nice. Now, when I go to my bed, I used to do a diffuser, but I noticed that my allergy sometimes will trigger when I have fallen asleep and then I wake up coughing sometimes because of this essential oil diffuser. So I sometimes make choose not to use it because of my allergies. But I do go to Bath and Body Works and I get the spray, and I typically spray the lavender spray on my pillow when I go to sleep. Now, in terms of also what you feed your mind before bedtime is really, really important because of the role that it plays on your subconscious mind. Something that you want to remember is that the way you go to sleep is typically the way that you wake up. Okay. And whatever you're watching or whatever comes through the eye gate when you're about to go to sleep will sometimes come up when you're in stage 4 deep sleep. So I used to sometimes, I binge watch on Netflix if I got my show that I'm watching. Like right now, I'm watching Hank Med, Royal Pains again, because they're putting all these older shows that I, used to watch back in the day back on Netflix. And so I'm like, I don't even remember what happened after the third season. So I'll watch them again. And I tend to watch them in the middle of the day when I'm like on my brain break and then also before bedtime. But I also, with my history of working in forensics, I really like things that cause me to think. But I've realized that certain things I should not watch before I go to bed because either I'm having a nightmare, I'm getting chased in my dream, or it's just like horrible, right? And I'm watching things that nobody should be watching before bed. Like a kid shouldn't be watching scary movies before bed. So I found myself desiring to find any type of either series that I could just watch and detach. I'm not working, my brain is not working, I'm just laughing. Or actually, I don't like to watch things in which I'm laughing because I'll stay up, but I will watch things that are just like basic plot lines and it's abundance, right? I will also intentionally go on YouTube and I will watch travel videos, especially for places that either I've been and I want to go back. Like I tend to rewatch people walking us through a 45-minute tour of Harrods in London, or take me on the Eurostar with you, or give me a tour of the top 5 hotels in Paris because we went and we want to go back. I will also watch travel videos. Like I really want to go from Dubai to the Maldives. So I'll watch a whole non-talking video of somebody just walking us through the whole resort, like one resort at the, on one of the Maldives properties. And so those things honestly relaxes my body and it helps me go to sleep. Now, on nights where I find that I'm really not going to sleep for whatever reason, it could be for a variety of things. Sometimes, not all the time, I will take the Goli purple melatonin like gummies, and I will take two because one don't do it. But again, disclaimer: I'm not a physical doctor, so make sure you consult with your primary care physician before you enter anything that's foreign into your body. Right? That's not prescribed. But I found that it worked for me, and my doctor is cool with it. But I don't do that all the time. I try to have my own coping skills that helps me fall asleep. So if I'm not falling asleep and I notice that I have an early morning, meaning it's not like a free day, it's not the summer or anything like that, then I will intentionally go into my vaults from programs that I've invested in because I invest in a lot of manifestation and abundance coaches alongside of like strategies and things like that. And a lot of them have some type of guided meditation. So typically at night, I like to do a form of hypnosis or meditation. Again, I listen to my intuition, my guide, my gut, and it will tell me because I'm familiar with all of them which one to go listen to. And literally, I kid you not, within 2 to 3 minutes, I'm out. And I have a setting on my phone where as soon as it's done playing, it won't autoplay to the next one. But if it had, my husband knows, oh, she's asleep. Let me go press pause and turn her phone off. Okay. So let me know what a part my night routine did you enjoy? Do you have a night routine? I would love to learn about other people's night routine. One other thing that I did not mention is while I am in the bed watching TV, I also do my night tea to again cleanse my body. I talk about that in the morning abundance routine. And so while I'm watching my Netflix show, because I make it before I come upstairs, and then it just sits in like a warm cup, is that I do hot water, lemon, honey, and I will always make sure that there's a no caffeine if I choose to tea bag in there, typically peach. So I have two different peaches from like Yogi organic tea, where in the morning I may do green tea and peach tea that has a little bit of caffeine, organic. And then at night I do the peach detox tea with no caffeine because I definitely don't want anything to contribute to me staying up. So that's all I have for you for my abundant night routine. That's a mix of showing up and being a wife, a mom, and all the things as it relates to evening. But again, let me know what you liked about this night routine. What one thing, if any, can you take from it and incorporate in your night routine? But also, I would love to hear from you with what you do at night to wind down. If you love this video, please make sure that you subscribe to the channel and give this video a thumbs up. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.